This is the Frank and Friends show. Hi there, I'm Frank Murphy.
Hey, I'm Sarah Roberto.
Sarah, welcome back.
You always say my name the same way every time I come.
Sarah?
Sarah?
Well, but
like I'm in trouble.
Oh, Sarah.
Okay.
Sarah. How would you like it said?
I don't know.
I mean, I can give you the Sarah Roberto.
There we go.
I can give you that, or I can give you the Sarah Roberto. I mean, what do you want? Huh? I can give you something. I can make up a new voice
What
for you.
What accent is that?
I don't know. It just came out. I had one in mind, and what came out is not that.
Okay.
What came out was a cross between Peter Lorre and Marlon Brando as the Godfather, which was not what I was thinking of. But I heard it, and I thought, well, that was wrong. That's a swing and a miss. But it's okay.
As long as you don't call me late for dinner.
Come on. You
Call me what you want.
You haven't eaten since the last time I saw you. You look lovely.
No, I'm just kidding.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you have enough water? You need any more water?
In my Frank and Friends cup.
And you also brought the tanker
I did.
truck of
so
water.
I drink a lot of water now.
What is the thing with these?
Stanley cups?
This is like the new, remember the trend for a while was?
Yes. It's
like this kind of
basic white girl.
No, but
tumbler.
this was the thing for a while. And you'd go to Gatlinburg and you'd get your team
totally
embroidered thing stuck in there.
That's very like 10 years ago.
And then it was the Yeti coolers for a while.
Yes, I think those are still cool, but for us, basic white women, it's this Yeti.
Is Stanley Stanley Hardware?
Yeah.
And
I don't know. I paid $45 for this stupid thing, and I carry it around. It's my emotional support water vessel.
See, I saw some of the news anchors. Heather Wallago was making a thing about this on Instagram. And then I saw somebody posting about, I guess, imitation ones you can get at Aldi.
You can, yeah.
For much less.
But the fun thing with these, I don't do this, but if you're like a baseball mom, or soccer mom, there's plenty of room in there. You can just like ice and then stick a beer or a White Claw in there. No one will know. I don't do that. Mine's full of water and electrolytes. You mean put the actual beer bottle in there? Well, like a can, but yeah.
Why wouldn't you just pour the liquid, like if it's White Claw?
It just keeps it cool. I don't know.
You don't want it diluted.
Yeah.
You want the full strength White Claw cold.
I don't do that. But some people might.
You have.
Some people might.
You have on it.
I don't drink alcohol anymore.
Oh, you can't?
No,
you can't do anything.
I can. I just don't.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I only drink when Freddie's around, so I understand. I mean, my wife, we just don't have time for it. But we'll be out to dinner and with like Catherine Frady and her husband, and my wife and the husband order iced tea, and Freddie's looking at me like, I was going to get a cider, but not by myself.
No, get what you want, friends.
Yeah.
Friends. I just feel better, since I stopped.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure. I understand because I'm a very light imbiber.
I drank like a fish during business school, and then there was the pandemic, and so it just kind of knocked it out of me.
And
I did all my life's drinking.
There's a lot of calories in
oh my God.
alcohol.
Yeah.
But there's no calories in this cup.
No.
This is my Frank and Friends mug.
Yes.
You can also
put water in it, coffee, cider.
It is practically, now that it's football time in Tennessee, it is time for hoodies.
It's hoodie weather.
Yeah.
Which is the best time of the year.
I had this out the other day, and I guess I had to turn the air conditioning, even though it's been a heat wave. I turned the air conditioning down so low that Becca James just wore this the entire episode.
That's a good idea.
See.
Does it smell like Becca?
I can't smell anything. It seems fine.
We just love her. This is really cute. That's, hoodie weather, sweater weather is the best time of the year.
Yeah.
It really is.
No, I disagree. I mean...
You disagree? What's better than hot cocoa and Halloween and fall leaves and crisp air and candles?
June, July, and August.
The hottest, most miserable.
My favorite. Now,
Why?
I understand that people suffer sometimes in the heat, but also people suffer in the cold.
Okay.
So people are going to suffer no matter what the weather. People suffer in the spring and the fall because of allergies. So I'm not trying to belittle anyone who suffers because it's too hot or because it's too cold.
Okay.
I enjoy the heat, but I do also enjoy the sensation of walking into an air-conditioned building. I like that. I enjoy the sensation of jumping into the pool or spraying myself with the hose, to cool off. I enjoy that. But I would take, if I could move to the tropics, I probably would do it.
Now, if I could live on a beach, that's different. But in East Tennessee, it's just hot. And you're the first person in 44 years to tell me that you love the heat and the humidity of the South.
Well, no, I love the heat and humidity of East Tennessee is not as bad as the heat and humidity of New Orleans or Washington, D.C. or Memphis or any of those swampy places.
Okay.
Now, I could not live in New Orleans, and I could barely stand living in Washington, D.C. But as humid as we think it is up here in the mountains and in the foothills, it's not as bad.
It's not as bad.
It's not as bad.
I went to D.C. since I've been, here on the show, and I love Washington, D.C. I want to move there, but my husband is not interested.
Well, he has to run for office to get there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So the onus is on him.
But that seems like the mecca. If you want to run for something, go to D.C.
I lived in that area for 10 years, I guess, 12 years, and I was completely disillusioned with it by the time I was done. It's like, I don't know why, New York and LA and DC, all these places I've lived, I'm now, like, the bloom is off. I'm done with them.
But you know what DC has in spades? Two things.
My family. I can go visit my family. So I go there at least once a year, probably twice.
Okay, so yes, so family. But for me, I don't have any family up there. Food and museums.
Okay.
Were delightful.
Yes.
We did go to the Holocaust Museum.
That's one of the. I'm
going to bring everything down very quickly, but it was an incredible experience, but very sad.
Of course. Well, that's why you have museums. You're supposed to remember the good and the bad of history. It's not just
the museums were absolutely packed. Like, we went during the week.
Well, they're free, right?
Yeah, I think yes and no. Some of them
are mostly free.
Yes, but you have to get on waiting lists like weeks in advance to get tickets. So it's actually not super easy. You can't just like walk in. We were lucky that we got 2 tickets to the Holocaust Museum because we didn't plan ahead. We started looking like 2 or 3 weeks before we went. Yeah. And everything was sold out. So,
oh boy.
And there was museums we didn't get to go to because they were sold out.
Huh.
So plan ahead if you're going to DC. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like, just when I lived there, it was a long time ago, so things were different, but interesting.
Lots of kids.
Nowadays, when I go to Northern Virginia, we barely make it past Arlington. We're mostly in the Fairfax and Loudoun and Fauquier counties, out that way, because that's where the family is.
Yeah.
All right.
That's where I go for work.
Oh, yeah, so you get to go there.
It's not very exciting.
I went to college in Fairfax, woo! It was no big deal back then. And now I mentioned it. There was a guy who was came on stage as a volunteer in the Einstein Simplified show recently, and his name is Mason. And he's going to be moving me around in a game called Animatronics. And I said, and I couldn't tell if he said his name was Mace or what he wanted to be called. And he said, no, Mason, like the jar. And I said, I can remember that because I went to George Mason University. And he's like, that's a big one. And that's, up in D.C.
It is. It's impressive.
And he was all excited. And I thought, no, it wasn't. When I went there, the president of the university, we had our graduation in the unfinished Patriot Center arena, and the president of the university gets up there and he puts on the hard hat. He says, I promised your class that we'd graduate in here even if I had to wear a hard hat, and I'm keeping my promise. So his speech was, you're graduating from George Mason University here in the 1980s, but I promise you that as you get older, your degree will become more valuable.
Totally, yeah. Can I tell you something humbling about degrees?
They're not more valuable.
I'm getting a new boss at work, and I had a meet and greet with her yesterday, and I started talking to her. Of course, you creep them on LinkedIn. You kind of look and see what's going on. And I glanced at her page, and she's in marketing, but she's a mechanical engineer by trade, which is really dang impressive. Yeah. And then she says later in life she got an MBA, and I said, well, I did too. I went to the University of Tennessee. I got straight A's in the executive MBA program, and I said, where did you go? And she paused for a second, and she said, Harvard.
She can't top that.
And I went, oh.
Why wasn't that on LinkedIn?
I went, okay.
Shouldn't that have been on the LinkedIn?
She said she doesn't advertise it because when she applied for this job where we work now at CGI, when she applied, our boss said, are you sure you want to work here? You went to Harvard. She said it's called the H-bomb. She was like, I don't put anything on my car. I don't wear the sweatshirts because people don't have a good reaction to it. When I tell them.
Look at me.
Yeah. they go, oh. Like they just have they think you're snobby or whatever. But it's a little intimidating.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Mechanical engineer and went to Harvard Business School. And then she proceeds to tell me that she tried to go to Northwest, the Kellogg School of Business, which is, kind of world renowned. Yeah. And she got in there, so she had to decide between that and Harvard, where she went.
Northwestern, in Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think Northwest is Kanye West's daughter. I do that sometimes on these interviews. Like I take these words.
Northwestern is famous for its journalism school.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if it's the same school.
I might have just botched this.
don't worry
Clearly,
about
I'm
it.
good on my Ivy League schools.
We're all good. We're all good.
But yeah, she kind of blew my mind a little bit there.
I bet. Well,
Intimidating.
it's been a while since you've been here. I think
It
it's been
has.
4 months, and I was, because you said after that day, the day we were here, you were so excited, and you came up. We said, "I'm going to make a list of topics." And I thought you were coming back like the next week.
I should have.
I was ready for you to come back the next week, and then I thought, "Oh no, I have ruined it again. I'll never."
Here I am.
I have another one who's ghosting me.
Not me, Frank Murphy.
No, you didn't ghost me, and I appreciate that, because I thought I've scared her off because I had a meltdown. I had like not a temper tantrum, but how would you describe it?
No, we had technical difficulties.
I was losing it. I broke out into a sweat.
I would have.
And I thought I was going to vomit because we did what I thought was a really fun, great episode. Those of you who watched it, I've gotten a lot of compliments on it.
Oh, cool, great.
Yeah, they said, "Oh, have that girl back again," and I'm thinking, she's not coming back.
No,
I've scared her off.
No, it was no, not at all.
Because what happened is we recorded the show, and the first thing I do after I record the show is I take it from this on the cameras up there, and I transfer it to the iPad down here, so that I can edit the show and it comes in pieces, and you got to put the little words across the bottom and blah 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 blah, in case there's any pictures I have to fly in or any of that business. Well, I go to hit the download button, or so I thought.
You hit the other D button.
I hit the garbage can button, and I deleted the show with Sarah.
Yes. And that happened immediately. We were all happy. We had recorded this.
You were still here.
Yes. And then it was like, oh no.
And I'm tap dancing. I'm thinking, Sarah, put the microphone back on. You guys, we'll redo it. We'll just only take an hour. We just redo the whole show.
Re-say everything you just said. It's fine.
And you're like, no, I'm leaving. And then, but you did tell me.
So sweet.
You said, there's ways to recover files, and I'm thinking, I'm dripping in sweat because there's no undo button.
It's like gone.
There's no recycle bin. It appears to be gone.
Yes.
So you leave, and I spend the rest of the day. Well, you had to. What are you going to do?
I think I had to go back to work or something.
At that point, what can you do to me?
Yeah.
What can you do to help me? Nothing. It's something I have to just go into my downward spiral and figure it out on my own at this point.
But you did relatively quickly.
I researched it. I looked at YouTube videos, and I found this kid, seriously, this high school kid, maybe college, doing a tutorial video.
It was like a genius. Brainiac.
On how to recover files from a little micro SD card, because that's what's in the camera. So I'm looking around, and I don't have an adapter for the micro SD, so we have to drive over to the store. I guess we went to either Best Buy or Walmart or somewhere. I can't remember right at the moment.
No more Radio Shack.
I think it was Best Buy probably. And I bought an adapter that would fit into my wife's archaic Dell laptop. So she's deleting stuff off of there to make room.
To make some room.
So we can, and just so the thing will work. She's going through and trying to clean up and get rid of stuff because we haven't used that computer in a long time. And I get the thing, and I follow the instructions, and miraculously,
it reappears.
They're on there. They're still on the disk, along with 100 other files from before that.
That you deleted.
But yeah, because what it does is it changes the name of the file ever so slightly, and puts it in an area that will eventually get wiped completely once you've recorded over it. But it was that same day I hadn't recorded over it yet. I just put it in the on deck circle of things to be eventually recorded over. So I restore the file, and we do the show, and
takes a lot out of you.
I want to apologize for everything about the way I acted, because it was embarrassing.
We've all had those. You didn't. Well, it wasn't that bad. I would have probably cried.
I almost did.
It was awful feeling. Yeah, I've had that happen at work where I was actually working, not in my current job, but my former job. I was working on a large proposal for a big job in excess of $60 million, and I could not find the proposal. Like, I had worked on it for days and days and days, and moved files around, and it just was not there. And
oh boy!
You think, how can that happen? How can you misplace a file that you've been working on for 3 weeks?
Yeah.
But I did. I ended up finding it, but
Well, but I think it was because you'd been through that. You told me there's ways to
Yes,
find it.
yes.
Do not despair.
Yeah.
Do not give up. You know, do everything you can to try to find and recover the show. And that because you told me that, and we're kind of adamant about it, and I appreciate it. It's what I needed.
It's okay. Not all is not lost.
Yeah, but now the funny thing is, when I restored the file, now I can't delete it.
It's there forever.
You'll see when we're done here, and I go to the list of files. You'll see.
It's never going anywhere. It's with us forever.
I don't know why.
What is the date on it? April 7th or
whatever
something?
day you were here. Yeah, it just keeps.
It's here forever.
Because that's part of what I did was in order to make sure it didn't. I changed something about it. I changed one digit in the file number, but now the camera doesn't know how to delete that one. So I got to.
It's okay.
I don't know how to do it.
It'll be there forever.
I don't know how to do it. Well, coming up is an exciting event in Oak Ridge, and they're going to sponsor the next several episodes. It's the Secret City Improv Festival.
Oh, how fun!
It's the first weekend in October 6th and 7th, because it's the bye weekend.
Oh, yes.
So, of course,
the bye weekend for what? No, I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Da, 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 da.
So we did that kind of together.
Anytime any reference, you got to make sure we put that in. Tunnel City. So Aaron Cody Campbell has arranged for 23 professional troupes, and some of them have been coming for years because this is the third Secret City Improv Festival. And he started this, he meant it to be as a sister festival to the Gatlinburg Improv Fest.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of those same troupes started here, but what ended up happening because of the lockdown is the Gatlinburg Improv Fest, we had one on the first weekend of March 2020.
Ooh.
Right.
Yeah.
And people knew about it. Oh, there's that thing, that disease that we're hearing about.
People got to laugh one last time.
And then
before they never laughed again.
Right. And then that not only did the Improv Festival go away, but they got Sweet Fanny Adams Theater was sold, and it's been gutted and turned into some retail shops. Yeah.
Oh, the last time I was there, yeah.
You need to come back.
The last time I was there, that was
Yeah, now it's sort of like a CBD shop, I think.
Everything in Gatlinburg is CBD.
Moonshine, CBD.
Dolly.
Yeah, all the things.
And Trump stores.
Yeah, that's what it's got. I think you just hit the trifecta of what is in the old
and
Sweet Fanny
food.
Adams.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so now at the Grove Theater in Oak Ridge. You're an Oak Ridge kid.
I grew up in Oak Ridge, born and raised. My husband was born and raised in Oak Ridge too, and then.
Well, his dad was a famous Ornell scientist, right?
Yes, yeah. So he lived in Oak Ridge.
Is he a test tube baby, or did your dad make him that way? Did his dad? I'm sorry, Doctor. I apologize, Dr. Roberto. That was just a joke.
My husband was actually born in he was born in Oak Ridge, and then he lived in Germany for a period of time when he was little. There's photos of him in a little bassinet.
Well, this is still the commercial for the Secret City Improv Festival,
sorry.
so we can get to your husband
Oak Ridge.
momentarily. But he's going to have a whole bunch of shows. In fact, they've added some shows, including some family-friendly shows on Saturday the 7th, and those will be at 3, 5, and 7 p.m., so you can come in like for a matinee. But their shows start on the Friday night the 6th with a 7, 9, and 11 o'clock show. And then I mentioned the family-friendly ones during the day, and then the 8:45 and 10:30 for the more adult crowd. Also, if you want to learn some improv, or if you don't a little bit of improv, you want to go to some of the more advanced workshops. There's teachers named Nick Condon, TJ Mannix, Neil Leahy, Nashville Improv Company, which is one of my favorites. They'll
teach you how to do it?
Well, Nashville Improv Company, they can do musical improv.
Oh.
And I took a class from them on how to do it, and I thought even if I was the worst one in the class, it didn't matter because I still was able to successfully do it because they made us go through these steps.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, and Joe Carroll is involved also. Yeah. And then a special workshop on Sunday the 8th with TJ Mannix. So a lot going on. You can buy your tickets now. If you go to secretcityImprovfest.com/Frank, that's me. We'll get you a special deal on that. You can also buy them in person at Calamity's Coffee, the Feral Shop, Gaia's Wisdom in Oak Ridge, or the Checkpoint Gaming Store in Clinton. It costs a $10 ticket.
Okay.
And that gives you all the shows of a night, or obviously $20 gets you the whole weekend. So I recommend that. Find out more at secretcityimprovfest.com.
What are the dates again coming up in October?
It's first weekend in October, Friday, Saturday.
How fun.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like to laugh?
Well, I've met
I
people.
love laughing. It's my favorite.
That's and if you go to
smiling.
secretcityimprovfest.com/Frank, it doesn't say how much the discount is. So if there's no discount, I just get a bonus star next to my name. So do that.
Buy your tickets from Frank.
Thank you. It's like
the
the
way to go.
fundraiser at school.
Yes.
You could buy it from any kid in the class, but it's a race.
Who could sell the most candy?
Yeah, so you're an Oak Ridger.
Yes. Yeah, I like to support things in Oak Ridge.
Good. I'm glad. Now, we were talking about tech and my struggles with the computer.
That evil little file.
Yeah, but I also thought, because I wanted the show on so badly, because it was the show about the mackerel. I was talking about my mackerel obsession.
Tell you about this.
And we were at Aldi yesterday, and my wife's like, "They don't have your mackerel." I'm like, "I know. They have sardines."
It's the canned mackerel.
Yeah, and I know a lot of guys on diets eat sardines. I know this seems to be a thing, and that I can't get past sardines. But I told you last time you were here.
Right?
I don't know. I won't eat them. I told you last time I was here that my chiropractor said I should just try the canned mackerel. In fact, that's what I'm going to have for lunch today after you leave. Because
I will not be having the same thing.
No, because it's not gross.
It's not?
It sounds gross, but it's very nice. And the olive oil, I use that as the salad dressing. I just take the salad and dump the canned mackerel with the olive oil right on top, maybe throw on a few more salad toppers and just eat it.
Yeah.
And I
Very
enjoy
healthy.
it. I enjoy it very much. Maybe I don't have it every day. I mean, maybe once a week.
So here's what
Maybe
happened,
on Fridays,
folks,
you know?
to my phone last time I was here. So as you all know, or you may not know, I'm on TikTok. I love to be on TikTok. First time I came here, I talked about how my dog had a TikTok.
Your dog still has a TikTok?
No, my dog and I have a TikTok.
Oh, you are on the TikTok
yeah, it's
now?
Sarah and Baby Bear.
Oh,
And
because they used to be just Baby Bear.
No, now it's
Right?
Now it's Sarah and Baby Bear.
I thought the dog.
Yeah,
I thought all the
was just
TikToks were the dog.
But I didn't let the dog, kind of steal my thunder. But I'm not here to promote,
I don't care. I'm not gonna.
Sarah_Roberto on TikTok.
I'll watch it on Instagram. I'm not going to watch it on TikTok.
Right? So all I talk about is weight loss and my dog. So if you're interested in those things, you can follow me. But that's not the point. The point is that, I'm on TikTok pretty frequently. And as soon as I left and we had this conversation about mackerels, do you know what started coming up on TikTok? Canned mackerel ads.
See,
Canned mackerel ads.
you are feeding the conspiracy theory that
Oh, it's not a conspiracy theory.
TikTok
it's real.
listens to everything.
100%. And it's not just like if you go on Google and look, where's the closest coffee shop next to me, and then it starts serving
Right.
you.
I understand that if you put something into any app,
Yeah.
but you're physically putting it in there, like you're searching out shoes, you're going to see ads for shoes on
Yes,
everything.
yes,
I know that.
Of course. That's called retargeting. That's a basic marketing
But
thing.
I have typed in shoes. Now you're telling me that it's over there passively listening to me
Yes.
talk about sardines,
And canned mackerel. No, I
dried figs,
literally
else can I
got
make it
ads
look
for 3 days
Temu.com.
about this ultra premium, like Jerry would not be happy, but it's this ultra premium expensive canned mackerel that they were trying to sell because they sell a lot of weird crap
On TikTok.
I get a lot of weird dog stuff, a lot of makeup, skincare stuff, a lot of clothes. But into the mix of things came canned mackerel. And I guarantee it's going to come back. And I'm going to screenshot it when it does and send it to
Especially
you guys.
now that we're talking about mackerel.
Well, there's an old joke, like with TikTok, they would get, young ladies would get their boyfriend's phones or their partner's phones and go, engagement rings, engagement rings, engagement rings, engagement rings.
Really?
Round, emerald cut, whatever. I don't know anything about diamonds.
That's funny. Oh, that's really good.
De Beers,
Yeah.
brilliant earth. Hello, sales.
You think it works?
I have no idea.
Well, I mean, if it works on mackerel,
I mean, it could.
that's pretty good stuff.
I think they just serve a lot of, engagement ring jewelry to young ladies anyways, because, we're told we're supposed to care about
But
that.
you wanted to go to the boyfriend though instead. I said,
Yes.
no, I get it.
Yeah.
No, I'm kind of distressed with the ads that I've been getting.
Okay. Do we want to know what kind of ads you've been getting?
Well, to the point where on Facebook and Instagram, I don't TikTok because I'm tired. I'm tired. The Instagram is almost too much because it's a sinkhole, and I will spend too much time laying in bed when I can't sleep, and this just makes it worse.
But only the old folks are on Facebook. I tell my husband this every day.
Correct. So, but I'm on there and on Instagram mostly, and I'm looking at it, and I'm starting to notice that the ads are mostly now prescription drugs.
I even get those.
And I have
For
been
something I'm not using or looking
deleting
up.
all those, saying to hide this ad,
Yes.
hide this ad.
Yeah.
And it works for a little while.
Yeah.
But now I've gotten a new flight of new ads. Yeah, I don't know what they're for, the same drugs. But I told my friend Jeff this last time he was here. He was shocked that I'm not on any prescriptions. I'm not currently on any prescriptions. He says, "Oh, just you wait."
That's a good thing.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, I don't need anything, so why bother? Why take anything?
I'm on lots of antidepressants. 10 out of 10, highly recommend.
Did you fill up before you came over, I hope?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Every morning I take my happy pills and it's great. I'm so serious, guys. Like, if you have anxiety, depression, take medication. It's so helpful.
No, I have people very close to me and my friends and family who are alive because of psychiatric medicine. I have no problem
there's
with that.
part, but then the other part of it too is just I find myself, I work from home, and my dog is with me, and
it's
my
lonely.
husband. My
it's
husband.
Lonely,
Well,
isn't
it's not even that it's lonely. It's just
lonely.
I don't know that I could go back.
Why
to
do you
an
think I
office.
invite you over?
No, I love to come over, but it's,
otherwise I'm just sitting here.
I think I'm all alone in my house, and my husband came home one morning, and he came to the stairs and he peeked his head around because I was singing to the dog. And I was singing Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood to my dog, and I was like, I have always wanted to have a puppers just like you.
Do you ever watch Daniel Tiger?
I have no idea what that is.
You'll like it. It's a new children's show.
Oh, about the little tiger
And
that was on that.
Yeah, and so when the grandkids are here, they watch Daniel Tiger.
That would actually be cute.
It is. And the song got me. I'm like, oh, they updated the Mr. Rogers song, but it's getting to me.
It's so sweet.
I love it.
But I was singing that to my dog and dancing around, and Andrew just smiled at me, and I'm like, but this is what the happy pills will do to you. I'm just saying, like, you just sing in the store and you just say hi. Like, people think I'm weird because I go out to Target and I see people I don't know and they make eye contact and I'm like, hey, what's up?
The thoughts
and they're like, hey.
Here are the thoughts that are in my head is that I better be careful on the stairs so Jerry doesn't have to come home and find my dead, crumpled body.
Why would your dead, crumpled body be on the stairs?
Because if I'm looking at my phone and I get to that first step, I'm like, oh, wait.
Yeah, don't use your phone and walk down the stairs.
Or I'm carrying down the laundry basket or something and I'm feeling for the top stair with my foot because I can't see.
Yes, no, I don't recommend that. I just,
Sometimes when I wear my slippers on the stairs, I'm like, oh, wait, I probably should kick those off. And go down and make sure I can feel my way exactly where I'm going.
My husband wears socks all over the house, like a gross 14-year-old boy. Like, the bottom of his socks are dark, even though, like, I clean my house all the time.
Yeah, but
But I'm afraid he's going to fall. And then we went to Gatlinburg in January, and we got a cabin, and he fell down the stairs because he was in his sock feet. And he would not admit that it hurt. Because I said, for years, when you fall down the stairs in your sock feet, it's going to hurt, buddy. And
but
finally
would you
he was
rather,
like, oh, my back.
Would you rather have the dirty socks or dirty feet?
I would rather him just put on shoes, because we all have, as adults, okay, there comes a time in your adult life when you have outside shoes and you have inside shoes. Mm-hmm. Because we're old enough to where we have to be safe walking down the darn stairs. So have your inside shoes on. They can be slippers.
You probably can't. I don't think you know, but as soon as I sat down, I kicked off my slippers.
That's
and I've got bare feet now.
Yeah, I love bare feet. But I'm just saying.
In the
don't
winter,
fall down the stairs.
in the winter, I'll put on thermal socks all day because it's too cold.
Yes.
Once it gets below 70.
And do you walk down the stairs in your thermal socks?
Yeah,
because I'm going to buy you slippers.
But I have slippers. I have 2 pair of slippers. I got summer slippers and winter slippers.
There you go. Don't fall down the stairs, guys. I'm scared.
I've got handrails.
I'm going to be 45 this year, and I ain't going out falling down the stairs, guys.
I'm worried. Well,
I think about be like that.
This is what I think about, and then I'm out there in the garden. I got to think, oh, be careful. I'm not going to. I don't think I'm going to drown. But I think I better not have a heart attack while I'm in the pool. That would be. I don't want that.
That would be a real bummer.
That would be a downer, because then they'd probably have to. My wife would probably drain the pool. She'd fill it in with me still laying on the bottom.
I just had a very clear image of that, and it tickled me. I don't know why.
She could tell everyone he died doing what he loved. He liked being outside in the heat.
We're keeping him with the house.
He liked being outside in the heat around his pools. We're just going to
This is like the second or third time that I've been on the show that somehow the conversation meanders its way towards death and dying.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure what that means.
I think it's you. Well, I mean, a lot of times, this particular episode is not sponsored by Bone Zones, but we do talk about decomposition on most shows.
Can I write a jingle for Bone Zones?
Please.
I just really want to.
Let's hear it.
Bone Zones, get your bone zones. That's just off the top of my head. I don't know.
It's got
Not a particularly great singer.
It's got a very 70s.
Bone Zones, come on. Is it .com?
Yeah.
.com. I'll work on it.
You're doing great.
I'll bring back a remix.
You're doing great. I think some of the neighbors do watch out for me, though. I mean, somewhat.
Good.
Like next door neighbor Nancy will see me out there and she'll even come over and check on the pool if I go.
But is the window open for her to hear bones?
No, she watches the show.
No?
Of all the people in the neighborhood, she's the one who actually watches. So hi, Nancy.
Hi. Hey, Nancy.
This is Sarah. She's the one singing Bone Zones over here.
Is she in between you and Shannon?
Yeah.
Oh.
And
who are the people in your neighborhood?
And I've got her into figs, or she actually had a fig tree long before I ever did.
I noticed when I drove in, your fig trees look amazing.
I hope.
They're looking good.
They were all in terrible shape, and I'm bringing them back from nothing.
No, I know. I remember from April because after the show, we went outside and we looked.
Yeah, I was so upset.
Yeah,
I had to cut them
or
all
maybe
down.
that was a different time, but we
No,
definitely.
you're right. No, I had to cut them
outside.
I had to cut them all down to the ground because they had the infestation of the ambrosia beetle, but they're growing back. And so now, meanwhile, the guy across the street, he's into crepe myrtles.
I don't know what those are.
Those are beautiful flowers, and you see I've got two along the driveway that are from him. He gave them to me as cuttings, and he's very nice. He had me watch it. I mentioned that I watched his pool and put the chemicals in, and we had the boys, grandkids were here, so we're picking apples off his tree at his request, and we probably
while they were gone.
Yeah, okay. He said pick some apples because fewer he has to clean up when he gets home.
Yeah.
If we took a bushel of, I don't know how many we got, but we got enough to make a batch of apple butter and applesauce.
How fun is that?
Which, if you want, I've been trying to give it away, but I guess I'm going to bring it over to Dr. Bass, give him some. But when we're setting this up, he's like, "Well, I need your number so I can text you about the pool chemicals." So I sent him my card, my contact information.
You're a nice neighbor.
They're all nice.
I won't even put chemicals in my own damn pool. You put chemicals in other people's pools.
You're wealthy.
So nice. I'm not wealthy at all.
Wealthier.
I don't have a pool boy. I keep wanting one.
Who does your chemicals?
One. These awful people. I don't even want to name their names.
Well, they're your pool boy.
Yeah.
So get new ones.
I guess I do.
Get a better one. There's plenty out there. You can just switch.
I told you I want to fill it in with dirt.
Oh, see, I so disagree.
Yeah.
I know. This goes back to, we talked about Shanna. Someone filled in her pool with dirt before she moved there.
And then she put another one on top of it.
Yeah, so she put an above ground pool on top of the buried in-ground pool.
That's what you got to do.
Anyway, so the guy, I'm trading business, like what do you call it? You send contact card on your phone, over there. And he starts laughing. I see him the next day before he leaves. He's like, "Oh yeah, nice contact photo." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He says, "Oh, I thought it was unusual. In the photo, it looks like a professional headshot or something like that."
Oh yeah, it does.
I'm like, well, why wouldn't if I have? Well, of course. What are you going to use? For your contact, right? You're going to use
my dog.
I mean, like for your card,
Hey.
If you go to your settings or go to your phone where your contacts are, rather.
Yes.
And you've got yourself. You create one for
yeah.
yourself. So you put the nice picture of yourself on there. I mean, you've got plenty.
So we did, yeah.
Look at those. I saw those.
Thing. Look at this. Does this look like me?
No.
It doesn't,
no,
does it?
It looks like AI you. In fact, you know what?
Is.
Can you send it? This is AI?
It is AI me.
Let me send this to myself
and
so I can put
AI
it into
yourself.
the show.
There's an app. It's
you can
free.
AI me. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I did it for my husband and gave him 6-pack abs, and we laughed hysterically. We thought it was really, really funny.
Right, see, look, here, I'm going to airdrop it to myself. See the professional photo?
Yeah.
Really, that is not even a professional photo. It's just a picture my wife took of me standing in front of the green screen. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's at...
But there's other ones on here that are way, more funny. There was a pregnant one of me. It mocked me up as pregnant, which...
Oh, wait, so these are all fake. But you posted this as if it was a real picture. Can we show this on the TV show?
No.
Oh, wait, I just made you Queen Elizabeth. What did I do?
There's Queen Elizabeth.
What happened to the pregnant you?
And look at the teeny tiny like versions of me.
These are not you.
No, they're not me at all.
These look like
we stuck.
These look like other people I know who are not you. This is creeping me out.
I know it is weird.
All right.
That's me with short hair, but
Okay.
the AI apps. Oh wait, you got to look at the last one. This is me on Capitol Hill.
Are we putting it on the screen? If you're putting it on the screen, airdrop it to me right now so you don't forget.
Me on Capitol Hill.
Because it's bad enough I'm going to have to explain to my wife why I've got your AIU on the... Wait, do it again. I missed it. I didn't hit accept fast enough.
There we
it is.
go.
Thank you.
Me on Capitol Hill was pretty funny,
Okay.
but basically in the app you can make yourself a firefighter.
Yeah, you look like you're on CNN or Fox News in that one.
I'm like the next.
You're wearing
big
blue, so it's
contributor.
CNN.
Yeah. I don't know. Gosh, this.
All right.
People.
So if you want to AI me, you can AI me. I'll give you.
do it.
I'll give you a picture, but I'm not.
We have to do like 6 or 7 pretty good photos of you that are just
I don't know
kind
that
of
there are.
straight on. No, I'm just saying. I literally took photos of Andrew of just straight on in the living room, and then it AI'd him.
All right.
And some of them are good, and some of them are really, really good in a bad way. Like if it turns you into a character from like The Lord of the Rings or from like Game of Thrones, and you're like this big hulking guy. You know, you're like 10 times your size. You know the funny thing too is I've had 0 coffee this morning.
You already told us what you...
I slept in, drank some water, and came over here. What if I had brought like the pumpkin spice latte or something? I would be like bouncing off the walls.
Okay.
Just me and Mo.
All right. Well, anyway, the end of the story is I want these AI pictures because the neighbor across the street said he was surprised to see professional Frank.
Yes.
Because what he's used to seeing is what he called neighborhood Frank.
Neighborhood Frank, yeah.
More
chill.
Well, at this point, I'm probably wearing a bathing suit and a t-shirt, and I probably have these sweat marks all around.
Yeah, because you're working.
Because I'm out there, he calls me over while I'm digging up weeds. In fact, I don't know if you noticed by the mailbox, I redid that little patch. I pulled up all the grass and all the weeds, and it's just hot, and I'm sweating.
Yes.
But I'm enjoying it, not because I'm hot and sweaty, because I'm thinking, well, this counts as exercise. I don't have to go to a gym.
That's so true. Get you one of these. Get you one of these babies.
What?
It tells you, the Apple Watch, it tells you literally like that you're a piece of crap and you haven't moved all day.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, there's days.
I don't need to be told that. I've got a voice inside my head. Thank you very much.
But when you're cleaning the house, right? Because, I clean my own house. I don't have a maid or nothing. Because you think I'm bougie. I don't even have
I clean the bathroom for you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But you would be surprised how many calories you burn doing that.
Well, I hope I need more. I need to burn more.
Yeah.
So I get out there.
Watch.
I get out there and I do that stuff. And so I look like garbage most of the time when he sees me. But I guess that's what neighborhood Frank looks like.
No, you're getting things done. I love your neighborhood because everybody knows everybody.
It's cute, yeah.
Everybody grows something.
Well, I've told the story on the show, but back at Christmas time when I was at the Clayton Holiday concert, watching my wife sing with the Choral Society. Did I tell you this?
She's so good.
My house alarm went off.
Oh, that's helpful.
It was the motion detector in this room was activated, and
you know who did that?
Mo.
Yeah.
Well, it could have been Mo, but Mo
is sneaky.
I thought it was the curtains over there that were billowing from the heat, maybe.
No, it's Mo.
Okay.
Look how sneaky
Poor
he
dead
is.
Mo. People can get salmonella from hugging their tortoises. Although he's been dead 20 years, so I think we're good. I don't think you're going to get salmonella from a 20-year-old freeze-dried dead.
I was more afraid of dropping him shattering.
He would.
like a frozen something.
Get him on it. Well, I lost him for an episode.
I know, I remember.
And people noticed. They commented.
It's okay. We like Mo. It's Mo.
Mo's good.
Yeah.
So during this concert, I'm like, it's an intermission. I'm getting notified from the alarm company. And next door neighbor, who I put down as my emergency contact, he starts calling me. He's like, I can't help. He's Ted. He's from Turkey. I'm in Alabama, or wherever he is. Mm-hmm. He's a cello player. He's in a concert somewhere else in the world. Okay. I don't know. I'm good. Why is your alarm calling me? I'm like, okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'll call the guy across the street. Or I didn't have his number at that point, actually. So I texted his wife, and I texted Nancy over that way. I probably tried calling Shanna. Mm-hmm. I'm trying everybody. Meanwhile, next door neighbor Ted calls the guy on the other side of his house, who's the guy who owns the fence company. You know all these fences around here? That look so nice? 2 doors down that other way.
There are some good fences.
Before the police even got here, Ben, who, you're not going to mess with Ben. Mm-hmm. He was or on the phone with me going, I'm all right, I'm at your house, I'm walking around, I'm looking at all the windows, everything seems okay.
Nice.
That's how good a neighborhood this
That is. I don't talk to any of my neighbors.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different neighbors involved in my emergency while I'm downtown watching the Knoxville Symphony.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good.
That is good.
And I would do the same for any of them. Of course I would.
You can leave the house and not really worry.
Leave the door unlocked?
Yeah. No.
I wouldn't. I know. We had
Those days are behind us, friend.
my brother-in-law who lived in Woodstock, Georgia, or somewhere near there. He would never lock his house because his theory was, if they're going to steal anything, I'd rather them not break down the door also.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that.
I don't understand that either.
I don't get it. I'm like,
we lock everything.
put a deterrent. I mean, you know, when it comes to cars, the thieves will check all the door. You know, if there's 5 cars, right? They'll check 5 of them, and they'll steal from the one that is unlocked first before they go about breaking into any of them.
For sure. Yeah. I learned that in my younger years when I just accidentally left my car unlocked.
And
My portfolio of CDs got stolen, and I was so sad. You know, when you were a 90s kid, you bought CDs in hopes to like fill a 20 thing full of CDs. And I had one of those 100 that like was like, oh, it was like a book.
And please describe as you're driving, changing the CD.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how I didn't wreck. I don't know how I didn't die. Because I was sick of listening to Stone Temple Pilots. I had to put Fiona Apple in, and it was just like a whole, it was like
probably
a whole
could all
thing.
do it without looking, you know, probably untouched.
Yeah.
Nowadays, one of the main reasons you got to lock your car around here is because of the bears.
The bears.
Have you seen the?
I thought it was all the people that, you know, are like doing heroin.
Well, that may be true where you live, but in Gallenberg, which you haven't been to since Sweet Fanny Adams closed, the bears with their prehensile lips
That's true.
have learned to open car doors, assuming the car is unlocked.
It's all over TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. You'll see these cars and houses sometimes too that are just ripped to shreds because the bear gets trapped in there.
Bears are just hungry.
Right, so don't leave food in the car.
Look, just a hungry bear.
Don't make me in the episode on that.
They just want to eat.
Don't let that be the last thing I remember.
The poor hungry bear. You know, my dog is named Bear. He gets hungry.
I think I remember.
Baby bear.
I think I remember.
Not cub, not cubby. Not
Okay.
bear, baby bear.
Do they sell those at Buc-ee's, those things?
Yeah, they sure do, with a big beaver on them. I'm going to go work at Buc-ee's. I think
pay
I've
well.
decided they pay really well.
But not as well as a tech job,
And
I
I'm
don't
friendly and silly. No, I don't make that much money.
But Buc-ee's, they have a sign out front that shows you how much, I mean, even their assistant manager is in the 6 figures.
Yeah. Like,
It's not, it's
but
it's
here's
a good,
the thing. Here's the thing.
It's impressive. It's
in
not cheap.
2023, I'll just say it. A salary at $100,000 is not the same as it was 20 years ago.
Of course not.
But people think like, oh, I've made it if I, you know, whatever they're doing, whatever in the world they're doing, if they're doing real estate or if they, you know, gone to a bunch of school and they're like,
Yeah.
I'm making 6 figures. It ain't that much money.
No, my salary has progressively gone down.
Right?
Over the, I mean, I just keep getting worse and worse jobs.
When you love radio, that's what happens.
Yeah. It's just,
And being a journalist.
Need a new thing.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so you've been to the Buc-ee's?
I have never been to
How
a
did you-
Buc-ee's.
I thought you'd been to the Buc-ee's.
No, I have never been to a Buc-ee's. What's funny is my current supervisor drove from Columbus, Ohio last week to Knoxville to do an event.
And there's one in Kentucky.
She stopped in 2 Buc-ee's
There's
along the way.
the
She
one-
went to the new one in 407 and she stopped at the one in Kentucky. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
my
she was very excited to go
Well,
to Buc-ee's.
it's still just a store.
Yeah.
And it's just a gas station. And the part that's genius about it, of course, is that everything's got the, you know, Bucky Beaver logo on everything.
Yes.
And you're paying, I assume, extra for that. But my wife fell right into it. She bought the boys, I guess they didn't bring pajamas, so she bought them little Bucky's boxer shorts to sleep in. I forgot those.
Yeah.
And the best thing was they're now old enough that they don't have the big car seats, but they have to sit in these little booster seats.
Yeah. So they have Buc-ee's everything.
They have a Bucky lap tray for children.
Okay.
And their legs fit perfectly into the ridges of it, and it's got a drink holder and a place for them to put their food, so they can eat in the car.
Yeah.
And it makes less of a mess
less of a mess.
until they turn the whole tray upside down.
Which they will do.
But for the most part, it works pretty well.
Yeah.
You know, and then I got to admit that the brisket and egg burrito for breakfast is pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I need to go to Buc-ee's. I've never been.
Well, you know where it is. I mean,
those are my people.
There's nothing stopping you.
It feels like Buc-ee's people and Fair people they're the same.
I didn't bring up the Tennessee Valley Fair because I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it or not. But
it's coming up soon.
Making plans for Becca James and myself to go. I think she's involved maybe in the donut competition. And they asked me if I would come back and MC the old Fair Food Throwdown.
Yes,
which I think
another year.
You're the one who started me on that, right?
No, that was Shanna.
Okay.
That was Shanna. Like, I have to say, that was her brainchild. That was extremely smart.
I was out of town because Frank Jr. was getting his PhD last year at this time. I guess the doorbell's ringing, so someone's here at the neighborhood. Who's at the neighborhood? What time is it? Oh, you know who it is? It's it's another Frank and Friends show co-host.
Oh,
I'm
this
assuming.
Is how popular this show is. We're just rotating through
back
people.
To back.
Yeah,
back to
back. But that's okay.
All right.
I love coming on this show. Invite me back again.
All
I have
right.
more things to talk about.
All right. Well, let's text our friend and tell him that I'll be right there. Stand by. I'll be right there.
I feel like I should dance.
Careful, that gets picked up on the phone. My wife does that to me too. I'll be voice texting and she'll start talking and it's like I have to delete the whole thing because it's half what I said and half what she said. If you enjoy audio entertainment of all varieties, please do go to audibletrial.com/FrankandFriendsShow to get a free premium membership for 30 days so you can try it out. It'll automatically renew. Yes?
I did it. Yeah, when I went to the beach in May.
How'd you like it?
It was great. I loved it. We listened to 4 different books while we were at the beach. Yeah, it was really great.
And our podcast is on there.
Yes.
And with that MP3 download, you download it to your device and keep it forever. And every month you get that credit as a premium member.
Yes.
And they're assuming you're going to love it so much that you'll keep with it.
And it's so great because you can walk and listen and you can exercise and listen.
You're saving time in that regard. Same way, that we used to listen to the radio. Remember those days?
Yes.
Now we listen to Audible wherever it is we go. We can listen on our Amazon Alexas, we can listen on our phones, and it'll save your place in the book.
That's super helpful.
Yeah.
Because you can just fire it back up and keep going.
On a different device, it'll just pick up right where you left off.
Super helpful.
It's very nice. So go to audibletrial.com/FrankandFriendsShow. We appreciate you for doing that. And if you want to buy some of our fine merch, I do have the beach towel that I love to show off.
I still need my bucket hat.
Well, you can buy one.
I haven't bought one yet because I've fallen down on the job.
Listener April loves to show off her bucket hat.
I saw it on Instagram.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
She's got a dog grooming business. Did I tell you about
Yes.
her? Okay, good.
Yeah. Wish she lived closer. I need some dog
Anyway, so you got the
grooming
Frank and
services.
Friends towel, which you can get at frankandfriendshow.com. You can get the bucket hat, like listener April. You can get the whatever, stuff, the hoodie
All
that
the
I had
things.
that is now out of reach. We appreciate that. You're helping us when you do that. And you're also especially helping us when you maybe hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and tell your friends about our show on YouTube, because we might be able to monetize this show if we could just get to 1,000 subscribers. I mean, I've got enough watch hours.
I feel like I need to do a TikTok about this.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yes.
I only have like 400 followers on TikTok.
I only need 65 YouTube subscribers to get to 1,000. I mean, come on.
We got to get them there. There's only 65. That's
well,
like
every time you gain a few, you lose a few because people cancel their Gmail accounts or whatever it is. It happens.
lame. Don't do that.
Like if you have a Gmail account through your work and then you change jobs, this happened to me, and then it just goes away and your subscriptions go away. So
we need 65 subscribers.
Well, more than that, because then we're going to lose a few.
Okay, we need 100 subscribers, like pronto.
Yeah, that'll do it.
There we go.
All right, thank you. And you do that on youtube.com/FrankandFriendsShow, just like everything, /FrankandFriendsShow. Just keep typing that on everything and see what happens.
Yes.
Sarah, you're a doll. When are you coming back?
So happy to be here. Soon.
Good.
I mean,
for real.
back. Yeah, let's do
Not
it.
4 months from now.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm bringing lattes with me next time.
You could, if you want to you threatened to bring the pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? Why don't you do it? Here I am on we're taping this on the hottest day of the year.
We have to wait till it cools
and I am delighted.
Yes.
But you want to come back.
Oh, I'll bring cold coffee because
fall.
Basic women only drink cold coffee. We don't drink hot coffee.
Oh, no.
You can't.
No,
I don't drink hot coffee.
Oh my, oh my.
It's all iced.
Well, that foamy pumpkin drink they had one time was good. I had that.
Yeah.
It is the Frank and Friends Show. I'm Frank Murphy.
I'm Sarah Roberto.
And we'll talk to you again next time. Thanks for watching.
Bye, y'all.